Alright, y'all know the face, y'all know the name, man. Y'all tuned into the world's greatest podcast. I know I sound crazy. I know people won't believe it. Probably till I'm gone, and I'm really okay with that. Y'all tuned into Talk Ain't Cheap podcast. You know the vibes, man. Be Like Butter the brand. Y'all gotta support that. Everybody can't be a part of that brand. I'm sorry. Everybody ain't barging. A lot of motherfuckers is imitation butter. Everybody can't be butter. That's why they got I can't believe it's not butter.
That's a fact.
A lot of niggas not built like that. I'm just telling you what it is. The brands is different because a lot of people just not quality people. But you know what? You, my friend, I've known you for a very long time.
True.
You are a quality person. So that's how I want to start this podcast off first. Okay? So you understand where I'm coming from with this. You are a quality person. So things may happen in life, bro.
It's a fact. And
you cannot do anything about it but charge it to the game and just don't make the same mistake twice.
Nah, bro. It's just an obstacle to get past.
Exactly.
That's it.
So, I'm gonna introduce I'm gonna let my bro introduce himself. Y'all know this by now. I don't like really introducing people because I feel like I shortchanged them. So, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, brother.
Oh, Chris.
That's it?
Yeah, real simple, bro. I'm a simple man.
Nigga said Chris.
So a funny nigga from the island.
I heard that. What island to be exact, man?
Charlotte, Staten Island.
You know the fucking vibes, man.
Born and raised, St. Vincent's Hospital.
Hey, hashtag born and raised. Hashtag born and raised, St. Vincent's Hospital. Staten Island. Hashtag. Nah, we gonna put that on the shirt. That's the first one. So throughout the show, we do these things. Go put it on the shirt because you know what? The goal is eventually, and I never really spoke about this. This is actually the first time because I don't really share things like this. The goal is eventually to be able to put out certain things from these podcasts on shirts.
Yeah.
So the rollout would be like the podcast, the cover art, the person.
Oh, you definitely got to throw Staten Island on there.
You know that. So then you gotta get the Staten Island with the St. Vincent's on it. Hashtag born and raised.
Nah, St. Victims. It's the only place it's only good to be born there.
St. Vincent's. That's a fact. if you from the North Shore, you was born in St. Vincent. Now they call it Richmond University or whatever. Yeah. But it was that St. Vincent's. Everybody was born in St. Vincent's or went to St. Vincent's when you sick.
That's when my almost daughter was born.
Speaking on that, bro. What did we say we was gonna entitle this podcast? Because I know we spoke about it briefly.
Nothing was the same again.
Nothing was the same again. I'll even leave the floor open to you. Where would you like to start? So, first things first. Did you know this woman was even capable of having this kind of behavior? Because I feel like as men, sometimes a woman will show us who she is way before, and we'll just ignore it for whatever reason. So first, did you think that this woman was even capable of basically, I don't know how I'm gonna say it to our listeners, but your story is basically, no, you tell us. Just tell us the story. What happened? Just tell us.
It's a funny story. It starts back in 2007.
Okay.
Met this little Spanish girl, whatever. We was cool. I seen her around.
Hold on, pause real quick. I don't mean to keep interrupting you, right?
Yeah.
With Spanish woman, did she pull up on you or did you pull up on her?
Nah, I chased after this one. I normally don't, but definitely chased after this one.
Okay, because Spanish girls be fiending.
Yeah. Well, it's a funny scenario. We was just ended up being friends, like really good friends, like up until whatever, like, I don't know. It turned into something end of 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Went from there, ended up getting together, and I thought, all right, well, matter of fact, I'm gonna try and rock out with her because she's somebody I felt I could trust because we was friends. It's not your typical situation where you meet a girl, you asking all these questions, trying to figure them out. It's like, I know you. Like we was kids together. And now we older. It's like, I got my career sorted. You got your little situation going on. It's like, all right, we older. Let's give this a try. Never did I think I'd end up with my life being a fucking A Boogie song.
What song to be exact for those who
Half on the Baby, bro.
All right, so let's break this down. Let's come back around because we're gonna come back to that question I asked earlier, but we're gonna have to work through this. Okay, so you're dealing with this girl. She started off as your friend. You really vibing with her. You really like her energy. Everything about her really entices you. And because you're her friend for so long, you think you have a good grasp of who she is. So this comes back to. So then what happens? Actually, we'll keep going because I don't want to talk too much.
Time goes on. Uh, we was doing the family thing.
What do you mean by that?
Like, nah, it was me, her. She has a son, a small son.
Did you think that was a red flag?
Nah, that's the funny part about it though. I always told myself I could never see myself being with a girl that has a kid. But I took a chance because of the fact that was somebody I was friends with beforehand. I've always had that mindset of like, nah, I'm not going to be dealing with matter of fact, my father told me from an early age to stay clear of women that have kids. And I agree with it partially, especially with my current situation. But at the same time, I feel like you can't judge every situation based off of that. He said, if a woman has a kid and the father, if he ain't dead, leave it alone. Because there's a chance he could come back at any time and moment in time, should I say, and tables could turn. And I'm living proof of that right now.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm not anti women with kids. My rule is this: if I'm going to deal with you and you have a child, don't get me involved with your child. That's like my only rule. I don't care, and it's not like because I don't like kids. I love kids, but I also understand that with children,
it's because of situations like this. Because I don't mean to cut you off, but it's like, all right, we had a situation where, well, we're gonna go more in depth about it, but I have a relationship with your child now, and this relationship has been stripped from this child. And for me, and I'm not gonna lie, I have mad love for little man. That was my guy.
Yeah, bro.
And it's like, for me, I'm an adult. I understand the mechanics of what's going on. But for a kid that small, he's not understanding. He can't grasp fully what's going on. I just disappeared. I did a magic trick. And I'm just going one day.
And then you know what's sad about it is then she could always turn it back to, oh, niggas ain't shit, because he'll never know.
That's a fact, and I'm not even there to defend myself. Unless I run into him years later down the road.
And who's to even say at that point he can't still hear it?
That's true.
Because the damage will already be done.
That's true. But I mean, the type of person I am, regardless of whatever the situation is, how greasy it could be, how messed up it could be, I'm never the type of person to involve the kids. So even if I seen him right now walking down the street, and I see him about to run the street, I'll go tackle his little ass and pull him out the street like, yo, what are you doing? Like, stop. Or if I seen him in the street, I'll say what's up to him. If he needed help, I'll stop and help him. Because I got genuine love for that child. That's just the type of person I am.
Yeah, because that's one thing I was really curious about. I'm like, yo, you in a situation with this woman, and at this point, like, are you going to be there for the child? Like, you already have an attachment to the child if y'all been rocking with each other for so long. Or it's going to be like, yo, fuck that nigga. Like, fuck them kids. Like, that's not bro, my issue.
It's never fuck the kids. The kids is the future, man. I would never say that. It's like, and here's the thing. The way I see it, the kids are always innocent in the situation. It's not like he's a teenager where he's manipulating or he's an aggressor or aggravating the situation. He's a small child. And even after all this happened, I came when we were still actually living together after the situation hit the fan. He still embraced me every day I came home from work. So what am I supposed to do? Smack him in his face when I walk in the door? Like, hey,
kick the little nigga down the stairs.
Get the fuck out of here. Nah, I'm never going. That's never going to be the case.
Yo,
that's never going to be the case. I came home from work. He asked me, yo, you gonna be home regular time? I said, nah, I gotta do overtime tonight. If I came home regular time, we playing 2K? Yeah, we gonna play the game together. Like that's from that standpoint, I'm not gonna lie. The rest of it I could deal with. But that's the little touchy part that's really tugging at my heart because I really have genuine love for that kid.
Okay.
I really do.
So let's keep it going, right? So you dealing with this woman, you're involved with the kids, you think you know her, etc., etc. When did you find out that the kid? Well, even before that, you dealing with this woman, you get the kid, y'all started getting involved. It started becoming really serious. I'm assuming.
Yeah, went to Disney World, all that.
Who paid for it?
No, we both put a breath for that.
All right.
But I mean, my aunt works for Disney, so we got him for free.
Oh, so she got some benefits. She was getting benefits, like stuff that her kid not seeing this with no regular nigga type shit.
Probably not. Well, at a way higher cost.
Fair enough. So then what happens? You really? I'm assuming you at this point you like in love with her.
Yeah, bro. Like that's really like that was my girlfriend, but that was also my best friend at the time. And it's like,
you would never expect something like that from her.
Nah, bro. It's like getting shot by your own brother. Like, and it's not only like on some you and your brother ain't get along. Like y'all were close growing up. Y'all was cool. And it's not something you would never expect. Matter of fact, better, it's like your mom pointing a gun to you. She birthed you, so you know that's unconditional love there. It's like she birthed you and she put a gun to you and she shot you. How you gonna feel after that?
Nah, I'm already know my bro. I ain't gonna say my bro last, my bro, but one of the guys I know, and I didn't even want to bring this to the pod, but I think it's only right just to pay respect. And we'll do a quick moment of silence for my man, Chris Edwards, from Atlanta. I don't know if y'all heard about it in the news. He's an NABJ member, so I know of him. I met him around. His mom shot him and his sister, and then killed herself. Like, this is recently. Like, we just went to the conference in Miami. It was right when I was in the Yams. Right when I got back from the Yams, like about a week later, we hear that his mom killed him. So I understand. We all was like, as mad bizarre because they all come from a good place. They got good homes. The father is like one of the chair people on the committee for Morehouse's School of Medicine. Like, they come from a great family, bro. And you know, so let's do a quick moment of silence for Chris Edwards and his sister. Thank you, bro. But yeah, so I'm already in tune with that feeling. Like, certain people, you just would never expect certain things from because you think you know them enough.
Nah, bro, shit is just. It's definitely. I can't even think of the words to really say. It's definitely blindside you. Just.
How do you deal with this?
I mean, anyone that knows me from the island knows that I'm always just been a very jokative. I don't even know if that's a word.
Hashtag jokative. We putting that on the shirt. We putting that bitch on the shirt. Hashtag jokative.
That's definitely. I don't think that's a word.
It ain't, but we gonna make it a word.
We gonna figure out how to spell that one out later on for the t-shirt.
Facts.
But I've always had a positive mindset, and it's like I've always found, like, I ain't gonna say I'm some damn comedian, but I've always found a way to bring humor. I've always found a way to bring light to a dark situation from an early age. There's been situations that I've been in with family members that are just like hard to even wrap your head around, but it's like I've always found a way. People are like, damn, that's a dark ass joke you just told, but I mean, I found a way to just laugh it off and keep it pushing. Because I mean, I feel like, and that's another thing with this situation. One of my friends had posted a meme of me shooting a baby into a garbage can. A lot of people found it funny. And it's a crazy situation, but with that, it's funny to a certain degree, but at the same time, it's a little foul.
See, I know we definitely jumping around. People are probably like, "Oh, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? What happened?" But we gonna get there. We're gonna get there. I promise you.
We can get to it right now. I could just
because I want to ask a little bit more about the pregnancy. Like, so you guys are involved. Obviously, you playing house. She gets pregnant. Did you have like a baby shower? Did you really? How did you feel? Because this is your first child. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like, you see where I'm going with this, right?
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, we definitely had a baby shower. I got a big family, obviously. Well, I want to apologize to people that didn't get invited, but then again, don't want to apologize because it wasn't my kid. So
he said, in hindsight,
don't feel no type of way if you ain't get invited because it was.
He found out. Basically, if y'all just tuning in to Talk Ain't Cheap podcast, shout out to the Talk Ain't Cheap network, you know, the vibes, be like butter the brand, Cletus Real Talk, the Cletus group, everything. My friend Chris has recently found out that the child that he's been raising for the last, how long was it?
It's 3 weeks, bro.
Oh, so it's brand new. So he found out that he had a child, basically, and the child, you know, he thought that it was his child, to later find out that that's not his child that he's been raising. So, but that's why we're trying to hit a lot of topics, and it sounds like we're jumping around because we're trying to really just wrap this whole thing around. So, you have this baby shower. You're inviting everybody that really means something to you.
Yeah.
So
it was people I cared about that couldn't even make it. And it's like, I kind of had to, for the cost of the baby shower and just trying to make sure everything was right for the child, I had to kind of consolidate the size of it and pick a smaller venue because your boy's middle class.
Yeah.
I'm not on that fake it till I make it. I'm very comfortable where I am and who I am.
But any moment, it could go down real quick.
Bro, everyone's one bad decision away from being on the street.
Hashtag, that's a fact. That's a fact.
And like the fact that, and even matter of fact, to even go off of that, I could still find a positive in this whole situation because I've found from my observation that in the black community, we've come from very dysfunctional families and things of that sort, and myself included. With that being said, this whole situation, the thought that I was having a child brought my family closer together.
Mm-hmm.
And then the tragedy of finding out that my firstborn child wasn't actually my child, it kind of brought everyone even more close, whether it was for bad reasons or for good reasons. I mean, I'm trying to keep everybody on a positive note, but it brought my whole family. I got siblings that don't even talk to each other, but they was talking to each other like, yo, let's check on Chris and make sure he's all right. And it's like, from that standpoint, I mean, I guess that's the positive I could take out of this whole negative situation.
No, I feel that completely. Where were you when you found out that the child wasn't your child, and how did you take it? How did you handle it?
Funny story. Well, it's saying actually funny at all, but you gotta laugh about it, bro. You gotta laugh about it.
Hey, that's a fact.
You gotta Millie rock through the bad vibes.
Oh, hashtag Millie rock through the bad vibes. We definitely need that one. That's a fact.
Yeah, but what was it? I think 2 days after the baby was born.
Okay, so you actually went through. You was there with her during the pregnancy.
Yeah, that's the problem. Luckily, I didn't have the full experience, because that would really bother me. Because it's like, when I do eventually have kids, because yes, I still want kids after this interesting event that took place. I didn't cut the umbilical cord. I mean, I didn't have the full experience.
Why not?
They just did it. God, bro. Doctors went around and did it their way, and just I was there, watched the head come out, arm, legs, first scream, first cry. I was there for all that.
How was that experience?
It's beautiful. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sit here and say I regret that. I mean, that's a beautiful thing to see. It's, whether that's my kid or not, like I said, I always look for a positive in the situation. And it's like, the fact that I got to witness.
It's like watching Netflix, but up close in person while it's getting shot.
Bro, I mean, I was fully invested in this pregnancy. I just unfollowed mad Instagram pages recently of like black fathers and pregnancy movement pages of like women going through like they whole cycle and everything else. And it's like, from that standpoint, it's crazy. But on some real shit, I sat there and I seen that baby born, and it's like, I don't regret that I seen that. It's just it's weird to a certain degree. I mean, that's what was that?
Nah, I get it. I get it.
I mean,
that was the door of that portion of your life locked away in a closet, slammed. That was just like you shutting that part away, because that's a motherfucker, bro.
Yeah, and then
and then you got also, and I know why. This is why I'm not trying to rush through this. Like, I'm thinking about the process of everything. Like, yo, during the 9 months of her being pregnant, what was that like for you? Because you was there dealing with all that shit, the mood swings, the negative energy, the she be wanting random shit, the money you spent.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not gonna sit here and act and say I'm completely innocent. I'm not a perfect man. I'm definitely not. There was definitely things I could have done better at, but to a certain degree, I don't. This is gonna sound fucked up, but I kind of don't feel bad about certain shit, because it's like there was other things I put up with, and that's not even my kid.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh yeah, well, you got this person. Oh, you gotta do this. You gotta do that. And in reality, if I had known, I ain't really have to do shit. I didn't, because that's not my kid.
But you was there, so basically you're saying because you just a good person, it really didn't bother you, because this is what you would do because you're just a genuinely good person. It's like you were just doing community service, basically.
Bro, that's a fact, bro. Because it's like, I'm not gonna say it's community service, but it's like, the way I feel about it is, I just take it as good karma, because it's like, you go through situations, you do things for people, and that's the thing, when you do things genuinely from your heart. You didn't finesse me, because I did that from the heart. That's always going to come back to you in a negative way, because you knew what you was doing. You had ulterior motive.
Yeah,
you had ulterior motive.
Hold on. Y'all tuned in to Talk HE podcast. Shout out to Janice, man, for having us at her house during the food event and the Labor Day event. You know, that loud as hell. Fucking up the pod. But you know what, like you said, I like that. I actually like that whole concept a lot. Like, because I'm a genuinely good person, you're not finessing me, you finessing yourself. And that's how I feel about everything too. Like, niggas be thinking they doing you shiesty because of the now. They're not looking about the damage that they've done past the now, the future, they generations to come, because we're not no longer connected.
And that's a fact, cause it always comes back around. It's like I don't do people greasy, and it's like it's been doors that's been opened up for me, and people like I wonder how, and it's like it's not because I'm the best at anything.
That's a fact.
It's because I'm a genuine person, and people see that shit like, oh nah, he's always been, he ain't never switch up, and ain't never changed. I don't act funny with anybody. I don't do a fuck.
Way.
I done seen niggas from kindergarten. It's like, oh, I remember you dapped you up just cause. I'm on some, oh, I ain't see that nigga, I ain't talk to that nigga in a while, fuck that nigga, or I'll look at him, keep it pushing. Nah, I genuinely stop and talk to everybody, because that's just the type of person. I'm a social person.
I'm in tune.
I ain't no fruit, but I'm a social butterfly.
I'm in tune. Okay, so you go through this pregnancy process, and you know you happy the child's born, you rocking and rolling. How did you find out that the child was not your own child?
Like I said, it was day 3 at the hospital. We sitting there, and she was like, oh, well, now that everybody left, I got to tell you something. I have something.
Wait, she waited. She like, right there. She wanted you to be there for her. Shorty just wanted you to be there, bro. That's crazy. He said, yo. Oh, he said, yeah, we need to talk now. But why now? Like, why did she tell you why she waited till now of all?
Basically, her story was she tried to tell me before she went into labor, but she was only in labor for like 2 hours.
Really?
Yeah, it was quick. Like, it's a funny story. I was actually at my boy's crib playing 2K.
Shout out to 2K, man.
Yeah, and then I left from there, went home. It was 5 o'clock in the morning. Normally I go to sleep. But God had other plans. He just like, yo, stay up. I went home, hopped on the game. It was like 4:30. I finished the game at 2K. I said, I'm going to play one game and go to sleep. I finished that one game. As soon as the game ended, I hit quit. Got a phone call. Yo, the baby's being born.
Nigga say I hit quit. So you smoking your shit, bro?
No, like, you know when you finish it, like the stats is like, quit and go back to, I was playing.
Anybody can get the
shout out to my GM mode.
Okay. Bullshit. So you hit quit, game over, and then what happened? You get a phone call?
I get a phone call from her mother, who never calls me. And she's like, oh, come to the hospital, your baby's on the way. So I was like, shit. Just fucking dirty motherfucker, just threw the same clothes I just came home with from being outside for the last, I don't even know how many hours, ran up to the hospital, had on a Tupac shirt. It was a Juice Tupac shirt. I won't forget that. I might get that to that little girl. Like,
yo, my God. Nigga said, fuck everything else. Just give it. Nigga said, I don't got to give you no child support. I'm going to give you the shirt.
Child support? That's not my kid.
I'm going to give you the shirt.
Child support?
Nah, I get it. I'm in tune. So
only child I'm supporting is my dog. Shout out to Dakota.
So you find out the child's not yours. So, all right, wait. We jumping around. I'm so sorry, y'all. I know this is all over. This is crazy for me, too, because this ain't, talk ain't cheap, ain't prepped, it ain't screened. It ain't none of that extra shit. It's just, it's real niggas talking real shit, so you know how that go. So you at the hospital, she says that, so you find, well,
back to that story.
Yeah, so you at the you first finished 22K, something told you go. So you dip out to the hospital. Obviously, you put the right clothes on because you want to come out like when that baby come out, they gotta know what type of time it is. Yeah,
can't be up in there with a dirty tank top on.
That's a fact.
Can't be in there with a dirty tank top on. It's like, oh yeah, this is my kid.
Yeah, you gotta get the shape up and all that.
Matter of fact, if you don't believe me, I still got the vids.
Okay, cool. So at this point, you find out. You go to the hospital. You sit through labor for 2 hours, right?
Yeah. Damn,
that's a beauty. We go put that on the social media so people know for the promo. Yeah, we gonna put that for the social media. Yeah. Yeah, he's showing us the video of the child being born. He holding the hospital with the Tupac shirt on. All right, let's keep it going. All right.
Nah, we're not gonna do that to her.
Let's keep it going. So now, you at the hospital. The labor happened. The labor happens. Yeah, we got like this is the first time we got like a studio audience. We got a lot of people out here just for this. So this is crazy. You wasn't even supposed to be there. Shout out to Denzel. Shout out to my nigga Pat Linden. Y'all know the fucking vibes. Shout out nigga Josh Artist. You know the fucking vibes. The whole Tiara's in the bag. Shout out to Miss Nia Simone Wild. I see you. You know the fucking vibes, man. Y'all tuning in to Talk Chief. I told you shit is different. Niggas don't know. You niggas don't know.
You're not putting on you, bro. Come on, man.
All right. So let's keep it going. I need everybody be in tune. Let's be in tune because we got to get there. All right. So you get to the hospital. You find out that the child is not yours. you go through labor. Then after labor's done, you stay there for 3 days to make sure that obviously she's good with the child, and because all that postpartum shit and everything. So you was there. Okay, so you stayed till Monday. Now she said after everyone had left, that she needed to tell you something.
Yeah.
All right,
she
so
was on some. Oh, this is gonna be hard to say.
Nigga, duh.
Well, yeah, it's obvious that's hard to say.
So she said it was hard. It's gonna be hard to say. I want to make sure I go about this in the right way. What's she saying?
Yeah, she's like, I know. And you know what the funny thing is? Like, even when she said that, I wasn't thinking it was that. I was thinking it was gonna be some other shit. Like, oh, when we get home, I need you to do this.
Yeah. Like
it was because she always started the convos like that. So it was never like, oh, it's some bad shit about to happen. Like, it's a regular, okay. Like, and then, oh, well, this, that, and the third took place. And then, oh, his father was here. And this is what happened. I'm talking about her first son. Well, both her kids' dad now. But,
keep going. Keep going. I'm just gonna
it's you gotta laugh at it, bro, because it's just
it's a lot.
Shit is mind blowing.
Okay. So but, what was the story? What was really the story?
She said that she had came home drunk and high, and he had been there for their son's birthday party. He stayed at her uncle's house. At the time she was living with her uncle. She said he forced himself in the room and took advantage of her. That's the story that I was told.
So he raped her.
That's what I got from it. But if that's the case, why didn't you tell me, the cops, your uncle who lived in the house?
Fuck.
Wow. I'm very pro-life, guys. But
shout out to pro-life, but I get the choice too. It's whatever you do. What you do.
Yes, I get what you're saying.
But let's keep it going.
Yeah. So that's the case. So from my standpoint, it's like, if that's the case, I'm your dude. Like you couldn't come to me and tell. Mind you, I lived right down the block.
Wait, were you guys involved while this happened?
Yeah. We wasn't living together. We got an apartment together after.
So she cheated on you. So let's call it what it is. She cheated on you.
Yeah.
And went and basically while she was cheated or while she got raped while she was with you, she had sexual relations with this man who was the baby daddy basically.
Yeah.
And at any point did she tell you? She never told you this.
I found out in that hospital room after I'm holding this baby.
And that's your girl. So in my head, the way my mind work is, that's my girl. That's my queen. I live with her. I take care of her son. And she never told me that she had raw sex with somebody else and or got checked about it.
Nah, here's the thing, though. She came and told me, I got checked. But here's my thing. Even if that's the case, like, the way I feel about it, the reason why the whole situation is clipped and I'm not even trying to go back and work on nothing, the way I feel about it, whether you got checked or not, you was trying to cover your own tracks up because you ain't come to me and tell me about it.
Mm-hmm.
You was trying to cover your own shit up, and then your excuse to me is for why you waited so long to tell me is I wanted to protect the baby. Now, you tell me all the time, I know what type of person you are. I should know what type of person you are. Now, you should know by my character that I ain't gonna if you have my kid or potentially could be my kid, yeah, I'm gonna hit you so my kid comes out messed up. Like, come on now, you know that wasn't the case. Like, come on, you playing games
on your character. She was saying she know your character. She know what kind of man you are. She was speaking negative on your character. So I was
protecting my child. I'm like, all right, you know what? That's cool. That's what you do. So we was there was a situation that took place, which I'm not proud of. It sounds worse than what it is. It's not even like that. She me and her had gotten into an argument about something else that's really not important. That situation came up again because at this point we was back in the house together or whatever. And at first I said I love this girl so much. I'm like, you know what? We gonna try to figure this shit out. So I'm back in the house. We had this argument. Things got heated. I ended up pushing her.
You ain't hit her. You just
pushed her. Hitting women, that's not my thing. That's some bozo shit. I don't get down like that.
I agree.
My parents been married for 48 years. My father ain't never put his hands on my mother. I ain't grow up like that. That's not lit.
Hashtag these hands are for hugs, not hurt.
This nigga's the worst.
I fucking hate you.
These hands are for hug, not for hurt. Hashtag put
that's
on
the
a
new
shirt.
hashtag for love. These hands is for hugs.
Not for hurt, man. Hashtag put on a shirt. If
holiday season only.
Holiday season. We're coming soon with it. So you pushed her. All right, cool. People fight, right? We know that. That's just notorious.
Yeah, but I had pushed her twice, and here's the thing: I feel bad about that for the simple fact she ain't put her hands on me. I was just aggravated about the situation, and I haven't felt like that at any point in my life where I just really couldn't think of nothing else. So it's like I ended up pushing her, left the house, and I left the house for like a week. First 2 days or 3 days, I actually slept in my car because I didn't even want to call nobody up and tell them what the situation was on why I wasn't going home.
That's real nigga shit. That's real nigga shit.
Because the way I see the situation, and even still to this day, I don't even hate her. I really don't. You made a decision. You made a bet. Now you got to lie in it. It's not for me to hate you. I don't hate anybody. That's not my job to hate you. That's you made that decision. Now you have to deal with that. That's not a situation I have to deal with. And I might sound like an asshole for saying this. I've kind of been a weight's been uplifted off of my chest because this sounds fucked up because I really do care about her son. I really do. I love that kid, but that's not my responsibility to take care of him anymore.
Of course not.
Or even be there for him emotionally, like get food. That's not on me.
Nah, I feel that.
Which I'm not even gonna sit here and make it sound like, oh, I did everything for everything for her son. That's her kid. She does a lot for her kids. I give her that. She is a great mom. I cannot take that away from that lady. I'm not here to bash her, but the fact of the matter is, with the circumstances at hand, that's not. I had to walk away from that because it's a toxic situation and it wasn't gonna get any better.
Nah, I feel that. Okay. So she tells you. So we back in the hospital, right?
Yeah.
She said we gotta talk. She tells you this whole story about while you guys were in whatever situation y'all were in, he basically raped her, right? That's basically what we're gonna call it. That shit is rape.
Yeah.
If you forcing a shorty to have sexual relations with you and she does not consent, and I'm not talking about the fake no, don't touch me. I'm talking about like, nah, nigga, don't touch me.
Yeah.
Like, that's rape. Like, that's just rape. And even that's a conversation for itself. We're gonna have an episode about that. Because girls,
I'll pull back
a lot of women really be putting niggas in bad positions just because they don't know that, like, their nose is off.
Yeah.
And then they always say no is no. But if I say no, don't touch me, or don't eat off my plate, and you eat off my plate, and I'm just not mad about it, I laugh about it.
Yeah.
Am I really mad?
You're right.
So that's a conversation for another day. So she tells you that her baby father basically raped her. Now this child may not be yours. Who was her baby father to her? Like, where does this nigga come from? It was like some nigga that's some ain't shit nigga, or like, who is this nigga?
Well, I mean, he really ain't in the picture, like, it's at all. Like, he's, I guess, called, I guess, check. What is that doing, though? You got a son. I'm not knocking anyone's situations, and you could overcome any circumstances. Like her son, if his father decides that he still don't want to be around, he could overcome them circumstances. But the fact of the matter is, the way my thought process is, there's a lot of times me and my parents did not see eye to eye, but a lot of my success I owe to my parents for the simple fact of my father's older and the mindset that he has, and like morals and stuff that he instilled in me.
But
because that changed my whole mindset. Because my cousins, we grew up in the same scenarios, running the same streets, doing the same shit in Staten Island. But I had my father to sit there and tell me, and I had in the back of my head like, wait, stop, let me not do this stupid shit. They just kept going, and it shows because these motherfuckers is locked up, dead, all types of drug addicts, all types of shit.
He's a real ain't shit nigga. Let's just call it what it is. He's the epitome of a ain't shit nigga. My question for her, if she's ever listening, does she not notice that he was an ain't shit nigga when she first got involved with him? But my question for you...
Well, here's the fact of the matter. She told me straight up like this. She was like, I don't personally think she would have got rid of the baby, but she was like, if she had known it was his, she wouldn't have kept it. She kept it because the doctors told her that it was mine, and they did a miscalculation.
Were your doctors black?
No.
Of course. Straight up.
St. Vincent's Hospital.
St. Vincent's.
St. Vincent's finest.
We just happy to be out this whole.
Shout out to y'all ruining lives.
St. Vincent's, man. If you know, you know. That's all I'm gonna say. If you from Staten Island, man, and you was raised in St. Vincent, bro. The one thing I'll say, and this is my last topic on St. Vincent's Hospital. At least niggas just always end up being alright. You know what I'm saying? Like you just. You know shit fucked up.
That place is good to be born at. If you go there as an adult, you might be going out in the box. It's called Saint Victims. It's not.
That's a fact. That's That's facts.
This man just said he's still hurt from senior year. Senior year was about 7 years ago.
Yeah. No, you're right. No, you're definitely right. All right, so. Alright, so
never mind. I ain't gonna say about the quote R. Kelly for a second.
Nah, fuck that nigga. Fuck that nigga.
Young but she faded.
No.
All right.
Nah, we can't. That man not allowed to be mentioned on my podcast, man.
Oh yeah, he's banned actually.
He banned from the pod. I'm sorry. I don't even care. They have to throw me a bag, bro. They have to throw me so much of a bag that bro, no. Even the bag might not be good enough. I might need like all his real estate, like just for free. And even that is still a stretch. I need all the royalties that come. Not even royalties. I need all the fucking publishing.
This nigga Cletus wants the chocolate factory.
I need help. Hey yo. hey, that's too freaky. No freaky man. No chocolate Teddy Grahams for me, man. That's too freaky, man. But let's get back on topic. I'm sorry.
All right.
So she tells you that basically the child is not yours.
Yeah.
Like, did you have to take a DNA test? Oh, as my bro Josh would call it, the Dana. Did you have to take the?
Yeah,
Dana
that's
test?
funny. I actually call it that too.
Okay, shout out.
Everybody asked me how did I find out. I said Dana. They said who?
Shout out to anybody who went to Curtis High School and or is from the hood. Yes. If you are from Stapleton, Park Hill, West Brighton, the New, the Harbor, Arlington, y'all know where we coming, man. You know that we call it the Dana. We don't call it.
This nigga skipped the West.
I said the West. I showed the West. All right. Shout out to the Warner Brothers, aka West Brighton, man.
Yeah.
You know how that shit. Shout out to Alaska, man. Broadway. You know how we coming, bro. Come on, man. I be out here, bro. That's you good.
All right.
Did you have to take the test first, or did she just up and tell you like, yo, this nigga?
No, it came to a point in time where I told her the situation. I was like, yeah, because of this situation, I've been in the car or whatever, and she was like, you know what, we could stay in different rooms. So I went back home.
Oh, so she told you got tight and it's like, I'm leaving.
Nah, because I wasn't trying to aggravate the situation even more. So I'm like, I spoke to her and it's like, until we get the DNA test, you can sleep in the room. I'm out here.
You don't
like,
even want to be in her presence,
nah.
her energy. It made you feel a certain type of way, obviously.
Bro, it was just, it's weird when you look at somebody that you was super cool. Yeah. I mean, you wasn't, studio audiences chiming in, but it's very factual what she's saying right now. It's like, it's weird when you was intimate with a person at one point in time and super cool with them. And it's like they put you in a situation like this, and now it's like you kind of just look at them differently. And like I said, I don't hate this woman at all, but I would never in a million years, under any circumstances, like really, I could never trust you again.
You know what I think it is? I'm gonna be real true. I think is you would never want to put her in a situation like that.
I would never do that to nobody.
To nobody. So the fact that she would be
this shit one step below cancer.
Nah, I'm in tune. Because like that's not just heartbreak, that's mental, that's trauma, that's everything you ever been told. That's like all them horror stories about relationships and kids and everything. That's everything you've ever been told as a black man that may come to
Bro,
you.
this is everything I've watched from the age of 6 until 14 on daytime TV. This is some Maury shit. This is some real life Maury shit that I'm going through. Like and it's like, you gotta really think, and it's like, I think maybe I'm just in shock, and that's why I ain't upset about it that much, but it's like, yo, this shit really fucking happened.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what the baby look like now. I ain't seen no pictures of her, none of that, because I don't even follow her on social media anymore, but, like, the fact that I seen a new life enter this world, and that baby has no relation to me at all, is kind of fucking mind-boggling, to be, like, to say the least, but on some real shit, like, I really genuinely hope everything work out for her and them kids, because that's not my situation. I'm not part of it. I don't have. It's weird to say, even with the circumstances, I still got love for her, but I can't fuck with you on that level.
No, of course
I cannot fuck with you like that.
No, you love. No, this.
I don't want to see nothing happen to you, because there's definitely been people plotting in.
Oh yeah,
half of Staten Island, whether it's family or people I'm just cool with, because everybody knows me. I'm just a genuine person.
That's
it's
a
like,
bag, bro.
And everyone said like, yo, you not that type of person. You don't deserve that type shit.
Ding,
and it's like,
ding. That's what I told you when we first started. I'm like, bro, you are a person of value. Whatever happened to you, you don't deserve it. That's why I told you that. So I understand everything you say. I'm in tune.
But it's like, I'm not even gonna go into some other shit, because I could write a whole book about my life. But past 4 or 5 years have been crazy on all different cylinders. Like, but it's like this shit right here, I just charge it to the game like the rest of that and keep pushing, because it's like you gotta have a positive outlook on life, because if you don't, you gonna fucking drown in your own sorrow. It's just like you can't do that.
Hashtag don't drown in your own sorrow. Hashtag keep paddling. Hashtag don't slip. Don't fucking slip. I feel that. Yeah, no, I feel that. Hashtag charge it to the game. If you know, you know. That's what I say. I live by that shit. Y'all know that. Damn. So even before we go, like not go, but like continue. Like, are you good? Like mentally, spiritually, physically? Like, is there any traumas that you experiencing from this? How are you handling those traumas? Because you know I'm asking you that because as black men, real nigga shit, bro. We don't talk about shit like this, and then when it happens,
it's funny you say that though. I'm the complete opposite because I'm very aware of that. I didn't keep this shit to myself.
Yeah, you went to Twitter with this hoe.
I actually did it. I actually did it.
This nigga Josh said this to me like, oh hell no, I can't. Niggas, when a Josh start really tweeting passionately, you just gotta take a step back because you like, why this nigga really feel like I felt whatever he was talking about on Twitter. I'm
and
like,
that's the thing, and it's like
Josh be hating these hoes. He hate hoes. He hate.
And the crazy part is, I'm not even gonna call her because that's somebody's mother. I got respect for all women, bro. Like, and even as shitty as situation is, I got respect for women. I'm not gonna call her no hoe.
I'm gonna take it a step further. Every woman is a queen, but I don't want to live in every kingdom.
Fact.
Heard you. I definitely agree with that. Write that down for me.
I got you. The shirts is coming. The shirts is coming.
That is a fact. But it's like I'm not gonna call nobody no hoe because at the end of the day, regardless of the situation, hey man, there's some 40, 50-year-old moms that's out here popping pussy back in their day. But we not gonna call it that. We just gonna leave it alone. That's somebody's mom.
That's real.
I done seen some old pictures with old relatives and I'm like, oh, that's somebody's mom that I know. But I'm not gonna speak on that. Because she like, you know what, every day is a new day. You can switch your life. I got it tatted right here, bro. Nobody can go back and start a new beginning, but anyone can start today and make a new ending. So you could be wilding out one day and switch that shit around the next day. So I'm not even going, who the fuck knows? She could become a millionaire off of this shit. Like she struggles and goes through it and then overcomes it, writes a book. She's on Oprah show if she had a show still. Like I don't, fuck it, bro. It's positive.
She got her own program on own.
Yeah, so you
never know. Own program. I get it.
The Brandy show. There you go. A name dropped, but hey.
Yeah.
It's all positive things that I'm speaking.
Whatever. Happens to the
Nigga said whatever.
So I don't know if I'm allowed to say this because I don't know. I don't want to add to even her trauma because, bro, I understand, bro. You are the person in the right, like you have the right mentality. You have all the right to be upset. You have all the right to feel the way you feel. And nobody would ever look down on you for feeling that. That's why, like, I'm the type when it comes to a lot of shit niggas go through, like. Niggas not gonna look down at you for going through shit like that, because at the end of the day, any real nigga knows you gonna have cloudy ass days, bro.
I don't even mean to cut you off, but it's funny. It's funny you say that, because I didn't even realize this many people on the island actually fucked with me or even was paying attention what the fuck I was doing. Because there's a lot of people that came, and like I said, Josh posted it, but it don't even matter. I show like that shit was for like close people, whatever, spoke to or whatever. But my thing is, regardless of the fact with that situation, like people came and inboxed me off of that situation and was just like, yo, the fact that you dealing with it the way that you are, that shit is, my son, this nigga's like, yo, I had a bad day today. Like, I really thought I had a bad day. And then I came on Twitter and seen that shit, and this nigga's like, yo, the way you handling it, it's like,
it's cool.
My father always told me keep my head, like, bro, there's been, yo, you could be in shitty situations, but it's not gonna last forever. So it's like, and here's the thing, it's embarrassing to a certain standpoint, and it's like there's like you always gonna have people that just hate you for whatever reason. They're gonna hate you just for the sake of hating you. Mm-hmm. Whether it's because you fucked with a girl they liked at some point in time, whether you outshine them when you're in a group setting, sitting down talking, and they wish they were that person, but. There's those people that are gonna sit there and laugh like, look at this nigga, like, oh, he thought he had a kid, but it's like, yo, that's cool. You put that negativity onto the world. I'm putting out nothing but positivity. Like, you keep that bullshit.
You gonna reap what you sow.
Exactly. So it's like those are the same hating ass, and I hate to even say it, my grandma's like that. She's some hating motherfucker, bro. Like, and it shows. It shows. You're miserable. You're in your 90s and you're miserable. And I look at that example compared to her husband, my grandfather. Complete opposite mindset. Everyone loves my grandfather. Everyone deals with my grandfather. I look at my grandmother, the way she's set up, no one deals with her. I don't even speak to her like that.
You know what's the saddest thing? And I watched it on Jalen Rose, Vlad TV with Jalen Rose. he spoke about his dad, right? His dad was some poppin' nigga, was in the NBA, whatever, right? He said at his dad's funeral, now think about it, this is an NBA player. There was only 20 people there.
Yeah.
Think about that in your entire life. Like, let's say you be on social media. There's about, let's say you got friends, whatever. Let's say you got 1,000 people. That's 1,000 people who know you, that have been keeping in tune with you. That's just on one platform. That's not considering your Facebook, your Twitter. You know what I mean? These are people who've seen you grow that want to that be either showing you love or hating on you, but at least just watching, paying attention. At your funeral, this whole time you mattered to everyone because they watching you. They watching what you got going on. At your funeral, like 20 people actually show up, take the action, actually be there to pay respects.
I mean, you don't even got to be in the ground. Like you just said, Instagram. Like, for example, I got, and this ain't even a brag because social media is not real life.
At all.
Winning in social media does not equate to anything in the real world.
Yeah, you right.
Because I know plenty of popping motherfuckers on the gram. Niggas got fucking 10,000 followers, but went to the motherfucker's crib and he's sleeping in a sleeping bag.
Bro, I'll take
on
it.
the floor with the fucking hole in the wall.
No, I'll
like,
take it better. Sayun Kunti said it best. Shayun, depending where you from. Kuti said it best. Fella Kuti's son. He said, like, one thing I could guarantee you is nothing looks as good as what it truly is. Nothing in life, nothing on social media looks as good as it truly is.
People only show you what they want you to see.
Okay.
Some people wear their heart on their sleeve. Other people are more reserved. There's certain people I know, like, not even to talk about my dad, but in my father's case, my father's a very quiet man, and nobody knows why he's quiet. That man done dealt with some shit in his life, and nobody ever knows. I know, because my mother told me as I got older, and I was real disrespectful as a child, and I've realized after the fact why my father maneuvers the way he does, and it's like, okay, I got to step back and kind of like, all right, I get why you are the way you are. But it's just, I don't know.
I get it. Everyone handles their trauma different.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I could be out here on some fuck this bitch, fuck the kids, but I'm not. It don't get you nowhere. It's a quick, like, yeah, the fucking meme was a quick laugh, but on a grand scale, I don't wish nothing bad on them kids. Cause in a weird kind of fucked up way, I have a connection to both of them,
and they're still gonna be affected by it. That's really where it comes down to, because then they like the lack of the father figure's not there with the first one. You filled that void, then you left. You know what I'm saying? So now every time somebody comes into their life, they gonna just assume they gonna leave. So it might even be like they might do even more just to have you be around, even though they're not good for me or good for them.
Yeah.
So it's like that. Like, I think that's really where the fatherlessness really hits.
I think it's more important for the daughter, though, to be completely honest. I feel like when it comes to parenting, just from my own observation, when it comes to boys, when you get a little bit older, like I've realized that kids always gravitate to the opposite sex parent. Mm-hmm. So I mean, like, until like, I don't know, 10, 12, that's when your father really comes more into play of like, okay, more mentorship. It's like, yeah, you wrestle with him, play around with him, but you always gonna run to your mother when you really need something. Till this day. Mm-hmm. I'm fucking 27. I'm damn near 30. I go to my mother way faster than I go to my father. Mm-hmm. And it's not that I have any remorse, discomfort talking to him. It's just, that's just natural. Mm-hmm. But it's like, I feel like from a standpoint of, as a little girl, for her to not have a father figure, I feel like that's what, and I really pray that's not the case, but that's what goes into like those, your now modern day thoughts or whatever, because it's the fact that they had the lack of a father figure. So they've never had that proper love that they should have gotten from their father. So they chase after niggas and try to get any type of love that they could get.
I'll take it a step further. I don't think it's so much the lack of a father figure. I think it's the lack of the thing they looked for in a man or in a father that they now will do much more to do in order to get it. So what tends to happen is, like, let's say a woman had a dad or didn't have a dad, but the male figure they had was someone who always never celebrated you enough unless you did really, really well in a thing. Yeah. That person might become an overachiever because they always want that male celebration when they win. Yeah. Not so much when they don't win. Or let's say even for like a guy, like, or let's say you got another girl who the only time they get something or get a prize or getting money from like their uncles or dad is when they fight. Or they might like beat somebody up. Yeah. And win in a fight. Now you be surprised why that girl is fighting all the time, and that's all she knows how to do.
Well, yeah, but that goes back to what I was saying. It's like, I feel like when it comes to your parenting, it reflects in your relationships very much so. Like the family structure that you have.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me in my case, like I always see it as like, oh well, I want to eventually have kids, get married. Some people, they don't have that structure in their family. They come from, I mean, don't get me wrong, my family is quite dysfunctional on top of the fact that I have 2-parent household. It's always gonna be dysfunction. But I feel like that relationship, when it comes to anything, it always starts from that first parent. Like it starts from your parent. Like the relationship I have with my mother, that's the first woman I've known. That's the first love I've known. That's my mother. Same thing with a daughter. First love that they should know is from their father. So if that's a fucked up, twisted scenario to begin with, she gonna be looking for some twisted shit when she get older.
Nah, I get you.
She gonna accept whatever type of
thing she gets.
Whatever's thrown her way.
Yeah.
Instead of knowing her real worth. Like my sisters, my father, the way he raised me and my brothers, he don't give a shit. My mother will sit there and go by, oh, hey, you need something, and do stuff like that behind my father's back. But my sisters, he gave my sisters the world. And you know why? I look at my sisters now. My sister's, she's a nurse or whatever, but she makes good money. But she can't get finessed with some bullshit that somebody got to say to her, because what can you bring to the table that I can't get from my father, or that my father wasn't able to provide? What do you bring to the table that he didn't bring?
No, I get you. That's like I said, it's another episode on Talking Cheap podcast. You know what I mean? That's a different beast. So, but back to like your situation. So you find out, you have the situation happen. She tells you, you sleep in the car because you don't want nobody to know that you're going through this trauma.
People kind of knew something was up though, because it's like I post not pictures so much on social media a lot, but I post on my story a lot, and everyone was like, yo, you ain't post nothing of this baby, and we know she's born by now. Because it's like, well, if your baby shower is this time, it's like a month and a half later, the baby's obviously here, but you ain't post nothing. So people was kind of, and that's the thing, people wasn't coming to me saying nothing, but they was coming to my sister. Me and my sister are really close. People coming to my sister like, yo, what's going on with Chris? He ain't posting nothing of the baby yet. And I'm playing it off
like it's too early. She ain't
and that really wasn't the case. That shit was eating me up inside, the fact that I'm doing that, and it's like, that's not even
what it really is.
Yeah,
I get it, but I feel like sometimes we just care. You know what I mean? You don't want to look a certain type of way, but at some point you stop giving a fuck about how you look. Obviously, that's why you came to terms that it wasn't your child. No, I'm listening to like it's all just right. Not. Now I get it. So all right, find out kid not yours. Now what? What do you do? Did you when she told you? Did she tell you who it was after you found out?
No, she told me like
in the hospital.
Yeah, like who the.
Yeah, she did.
But here's the thing though, I kind of figured, because she don't really leave the house. So this is gonna sound fucked up. She didn't go outside for the dick. The dick came to her.
I see what you're saying. But she's
don't work. Homebody, bro.
She don't work.
She work, but she's in the crib, bro. She went to work and come right the fuck back home. Like I said, she's a great mother. So it's not even like she's not one of those. Oh, let me drop my kid off. Like when we first started talking, there was many a times where dates got canceled and stuff like that because of her duties as a mother. She was like, "Oh nah, my son
comes first." Exactly,
and I can respect that. So from that standpoint, bro, she went to work and came back home. She don't go out. She don't ever go out.
Yeah.
She be in the house with her family.
Yeah.
So from that standpoint, it's like, well, I know she wasn't over here really maneuvering
like,
around.
It wasn't like a thing that she really went to see.
It's just a case of her son's birthday came around, and she was trying to do the way she explained it, she was trying to co-parent. And she's like, this obviously didn't work out. And she was like, me and him have been fighting since then. That's the reason why he hasn't been here since to see his son, because of the circumstances that took place. Not realizing it would escalate to this, because she told me she thought the baby was mine. But the thing is, where things started to get a little tricky was, if she was mine, we had 2 different due dates. If she was mine, she would have been born on the 18th. Or around the 18th to the 20th. The baby ended up being born on the 27th.
So it happened like a week.
That's like a whole 9 days. Like 4 days is kind of pushing it, but 9 days, that's not mine.
I feel what you're saying, but I got my own issues with this whole thing. Like, just the sexual
Speak on it, bro.
safety. For me, it's the sexual safety. Like I just don't.
That's the thing. That's
like,
the reason
you're
why
not getting checked, bro, in 9 days, and that you're not getting the results you need. Granted, like, and shit don't even show up in like fucking 9 days. Like, unless you got something terminal, then I guess maybe. But that shit is like, you know. So I get it. In my head, that's what my mind is, because that's how I was raised. Like, yeah, health is your wealth type shit.
And
even
it's
though
funny,
I'm a
I
chubby
just
ass
seen
nigga.
somebody actually just posted it on their story, was like, go get checked, because just because you fucking them doesn't mean they just fucking you.
And men don't go get checked, bro. We don't have our own doctor for our penises, bro. We don't got our own doctors for our health. Niggas got a general physician.
Yeah.
Girls got a whole special doctor for that pussy.
Yeah, the professional creeps. The
OBGYN,
gynecologists.
them niggas. Play with your girl pussy and you can't do nothing about it.
Yeah,
like, it's just what it is, yeah.
It's a weird scenario. I don't even know who wakes up and says, I want that as a job. Like,
Yeah.
let me be a pussy doctor.
See her at the club, now you already know. You like, damn, this nigga's a fool.
Different.
Okay. So you find out, what do you take all your stuff out the crib? What do you do? Like,
Nah, like I was at a standpoint still where it's like I realized I'd look kind of stupid in the situation, but I'm like, I really had love for you. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try to work this out.
even despite everything.
Regardless, bro. I really tried to do that, but it's just like, nah. And I was saying that until the results came back. I said that, did the DNA test, results came back, I want to say, what is this, two weeks ago on a Saturday. And it's actually funny because earlier that day, I was looking at the baby, and I was holding her while she was in the shower. I was just looking at her. The baby's beautiful. She's a beautiful little girl. I gave her older brother, asked to hold her. So I said, okay, hey, you can hold your sister. I'm saying right here with you, so you're not going to drop her or nothing like that. And I'm looking at the two of them next to each other, and I'm like, that's not my... And this is before I even knew the results were coming in that day. I looked at her, and I'm like, that's not my kid. Because I looked at her eyes, and they have the same eyes, and it's not my eyes, and it's not her mother's eyes, and it's not nobody in her family's eyes. And I'm like, that's not my kid. So now I tell her, because like we always had a thing where it's like, oh, somebody came over to the crib, like, yo, just announce that. It's not that you asking permission, just like, yo, announce that somebody's coming to the crib. So I'm like, yo, my best friend's coming over, who was supposed to be the baby's godfather. And that's the crazy thing. We had a whole argument, well, not an argument, but disagreement about that, about the godfather. We having a disagreement about a godfather, and it can't even mine. And you know it might not be mine. So why are you even going at it with me? Should have just been like, okay. Yeah, but we go from there. I'm like, yo, T's about to come over. She's like, nah, I don't think that's a good idea. I'm like, wow. She's like, the results ain't. That's like, oh. I'm like, all right. We was like, we had an agreement. We was gonna sit down and open them together. So sit down in the bed, look at it. I'm looking through the whole shit. It's this long ass transcript. They sent it in an email. I'm looking at it, and I'm like, yo, what am I looking at? I don't know where to look. She's like, the last line. And I figured that was the case before I even finished reading it, because her face just
said it all.
Wasn't her face? Wasn't her face?
It said it all. But then, like you said, you even heard with the child. The child didn't look like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like I sat there, looked at it, read that final line. It said Christian G. Sanders. I'm not telling you my middle name. Mm-hmm. Said Christian G. Sanders is not the father of this specimen. Percentage 000.1. Not my kid.
I'm already in tune.
And it's like, I sat there for a second and I was like, well, now what? That's the first thing that came to my mind. I said, now what? She was like, I really don't think this is a good situation right now. And I'm like, yeah, I agree.
Duh. Ta-da.
Yeah.
She's a genius.
Nah, I really don't think this is a good situation right now. Damn, I ain't even answering that message back. That could wait though. It's not important.
That's the way. That's not going nowhere.
It's not. So it's like we sitting there and she's like, oh well, I don't think it's a good scenario right now. And now under the circumstances, it's like we're both not in a comfortable space. And I have to inform his family now that this baby that everyone thought was yours is actually his. They know the baby's there. They know it exists. But she's like, I have to tell them that that's actually their blood. They think that's your kid.
What? That's not your issue.
Nah, it's not. But I'm saying she was just she was breaking it down, explaining to me like, not saying that I had anything to be concerned about. That's not my concern.
Yeah, it's not
that
the
is
kid.
that is fully on you. It's not. It's not. We're gonna make an announcement.
Yo, nigga said, damn, I feel bad about what happened to me, but now, damn, you got to do a lot of work now. Shit got to get done, huh?
Well, yeah, and to the standpoint that he has a whole nother baby mother that he's dealing with. Now you got to explain that, like the one that he's like, I guess, I don't know. I really don't know their situation, but you got a whole nother kid you dealing with, and you just gonna drop it on him. Oh yeah, that's not Chris's kid. That's actually your kid because you know what you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, and that's the thing. At that point of it, I ain't even gonna speak of that because that's none of my business, and I'm out of that scenario.
Yeah. And that's the beauty, I guess, of this whole thing. I think that's where you
like,
find
I think
closure.
it's crazy how it all worked out because it all worked out in a way that I didn't even sign a birth certificate when I was at the hospital.
Why not?
I was just running around and shit, bro. I ended up not even happening. So it's like, oh, well, they send a correction form in the mail where you could change the name and all that. But they don't got to change the name. Everything's correct.
You don't think that? You know, it's crazy. I never knew that. That's really an interesting concept of like, the father's busy. It's not that he ain't want to be in the child's life. Yeah. He's just in the middle of taking care of all the other things that happen when it comes to a pregnancy.
I left, went home, took a shower, got a haircut, came back, got food, left, came back again. Or you want some snacks, something. Or like, oh, well, the nurse was taking the baby out. So I'm like, I made sure that like if they took the baby out, I'm leaving with them, watching everything the fuck they doing. Because I'm out for the shady shit. I don't know what's going on. I started to have like a protective instinct, and it's kind of weird because it's like I had this protective instinct for all of a month, and that shit is gone just like that because that wasn't my kid. It's weird. It emotionally fucks you up in the head to a certain degree, but it's all about your mental toughness to a certain point.
Yeah, I think that's somewhere that there's room for study for that. The effects of pregnancy on fathers, new fathers, on black men who have children. That shit is, I don't think people ever really take in consideration the mental traumas of the things that come with a pregnant wife and a person. Now, I know they gonna be like, that's mad misogynistic for make it by men, but in those spaces, we don't really ever think about
a lot of cases like that. We cater strictly to women. That's the problem with the world. It's like there's nothing wrong. Okay, yes, you be the provider or whatever, but in this day and age, everyone provides. It's not even the man. There's no one role. There's not gender roles anymore. Everyone does everything. Mm-hmm. Whether because you have to play both roles, or just like I work, you work, we both pay bills. That's just how it works. But the mindset of, oh well, we're gonna cater to women's emotions and not men's. That's the problem in the world. Mm-hmm. Because you got a bunch of this is a whole nother topic too, and a whole nother episode. But you don't ever hear no Caucasian women going to school shooting up the school because they get counseling. You got the dudes, and I'm not saying this right. That's domestic terrorism, if you ask me. But they go to school because they don't have that outlet of someone to talk to. So they go to school and let off, and they shoot everybody.
Yeah,
and that's that insulated. I mean, that's that those isolated incidents. But on a grand scale, it's like men are always told mental toughness. Oh, what are you crying for? Put your pride to the side and harden up. That's it. Just deal with it. And that's not right.
No, that's real.
And I'm gonna be 100% real about it. I'm very in touch with my emotional side.
You have to.
I'm not. And that's what helps me in this situation. Because somebody else that's sitting there bottling up emotions all the time.
They will let off, bro. They would have killed that girl, bro.
And guess what? They would have got away with it too because it would have been an act of passion in a judicial court. They would have got away with it because it would have been an act of passion. That's the crazy part about it. They wouldn't even get locked up for it.
I'm not in tune, so I would have to look into that. But yeah,
Nah, like do your own research on it. But like, say I had a wife, I walk in the house and see somebody fucking my wife there on the spot, and I kill them. Chances are that's gonna be looked at as an act of passion. Now, if I know they was there and came in the house, that's premeditated.
Okay.
But to get back on point with what we was talking about, it came maybe like 2 weeks later on. She was like, oh, I would leave, but I have the kids.
She tried to cop a plea. Like, yo, I need a house. She's like, yo, I got 2 of these niggas. What you want me to do? Go back to my mama's house?
Bro, and that's the thing. It's like I could really, it could have went a completely different direction with it. I could have just been on some petty shit like, oh, no, I'm going to take you to court for it, or just fried the whole situation like, nah, fuck that. Neither one of us are going to have it. And, man, we both just go to wherever the fuck we going to go.
Who paid the bills?
I was paying majority of the rent, but it's like, bro, it's at this stage of the game, I just want to be away from the toxic. Excuse me.
The wine. Shout out to French Fond
It's
wine.
the wine and the Rasta pasta.
Shout out to the Rasta pasta. That's a fact. Wine and Rasta pasta. Definitely got to do that soon.
Yeah, but I need some of that when you do.
Mm-hmm.
But, damn, I just lost my train of thought because of that.
Nah, it was like you just wanted to get away from the situation.
Yes, you're right. I just wanted to get away from the situation from the standpoint of, like, it's a toxic situation. It was very uncomfortable. It's weird coming home. It's not even home anymore. It's weird coming into an apartment, because I'm not going to call it home. Home is where you're comfortable at. Home is where your heart is. That was not a comfortable situation. When you come home and you're sitting there and it's like you're uneasy, and it's like I can't explain it. It was just bad. It was bad for both of us. She didn't feel comfortable with me being there because I guess she thought I would attack her or something because of the incident where I pushed her. I just didn't like. It was weird, and it's like your son's in the middle of all of this. He doesn't know what's going on, so he's waking me up in the morning. Before I go to work. Oh, hey, let's watch TV together. Oh, let's play the game together. And it's like that's fucking my head up because it's like. Not that I'm over here trying to train myself to be mad at you. This is a fucking crazy situation. He don't know what's going on, but he's hugging me in the morning when I wake up. When I come home from work, hugging me, playing around, and it's just like it's that shit was taking a mental toll on my like my physical health started to become affected. Of course, affected by it. Stopped eating for a little while, a couple of days, and it's like that shit is like. And everybody knows I fucking eat more than the average person because I'm fucking 6'6". There's 2 luncheon specials at a time when I get Chinese food. And I wasn't even eating half of one. I got chicken and broccoli, just ate the fucking broccoli. Ain't even fucking touched the rice.
Hey, you still gotta eat. Yeah.
Yeah, niggas knew something was wrong.
I'm a tune.
So it's like from that standpoint, and then it came to like, what was it, another 2 weeks. Everybody's telling me like, yo, you just got to get out of there.
That's real.
Like, you just got to get out of there. Clear your head, clear your space. And then my boy is like, yo, you come crash over here. In the meantime, till you get another apartment, but just get the fuck out of there.
That's real.
So, and that's the thing. That's where I was telling you earlier before we even started the podcast. I have genuine friends that I hold dearly. Like, 'cause like, I consider them family. Like, those are really my brothers. It's like, and that's the thing. I'm lucky to have that because a lot of people don't have that. Because I have other people that I've grown up with that have sat there and tried to, this same exact girl actually, we was at a Labor Day the year before. This same weekend, last year, somebody I thought was like a brother to me tried to talk to my girl. Mind you, we came up in diapers together because the nigga thought I wasn't paying attention. And I had to choke this nigga out. And here's my thing. If I have to put hands on you as an adult, I'm not trying to be your friend after that.
Oh, yeah. That's without a doubt. Well, that's without... Someone got to die. Because one of us are going to get in trouble for it. Either in a court of law or just through life. Like, and we know better.
If I have to put, like I said, if I have to put hands on you as an adult, I'm not trying to be your friend after that. As a small child or as a teenager, you could fight with your boys and you get past it and y'all could keep being cool. But we were a bunch of adults that go to work, got families, and if you put me in a situation where I have to put my hands on you, I'm not trying to be your friend after that. It don't got to escalate to somebody dying, but I'm not trying to talk to you after that about anything. But that's for a whole nother day. Back to this situation, my boy was like, yo, just get out the house, come with me. So I was like, all right. That Sunday, I went up in there, took the couches out, TV, the Xbox, all my clothes, everything that I furniture and stuff like that I put in that apartment, I took out.
As you should.
Put some of the shit in storage, took other stuff with me, and that was it. That's
anything that made that place feel like you is gone.
Yeah, but it's someone's like, oh, did you take anything else? Like, I really didn't want anything that we shared. Stuff that was mine, I took. If it was us or ours, I don't want it. I just want to be completely clean of that. Just not It's just, I feel like that brings negative energy. Holding on and bringing stuff with you that from a negative point in your life. This is just my own thoughts on it. It's not no proven fact. My thoughts on it. I don't like having like stuff from exes. I don't even hold on to that shit. You ain't never gonna find nothing in my house like, oh, well, my ex got me this. I will pawn your shit. I don't want nothing to do with anything that you had. Unless you ask for it back, you can have that shit back. But if that's not the case, I don't want it. So everything that was mine's, that's what I took when I left. And it's like, I haven't spoke to her since. Could I eventually at some point in time? I mean, it's really a dead situation, but if you want to sit down and try to discuss something, I guess. Right now, though, I'm in a space where it's just, I'm trying to reinvent myself. I'm about to join this black book club. You know?
Shout out to the Black Book Club. Hashtag niggas and novels. I love it. I fucking love it, if I don't say it enough. Nah, we definitely going to support that. We trying to kind of work out something that we can record some of those sessions too, because I think that'll be really lit. Black people speaking on books, knowledge. I think
I feel like that's very important, because if you just think about 200 years back, we was getting killed for reading.
Hashtag that's a fact.
Yeah, so it's like you gotta take advantage and celebrate the liberties that you have that you weren't allowed, that our ancestors weren't allowed.
Bro.
Because slavery is not that far off.
No bitch, and that's not, yeah. Bro, Seun Kuti said it best. He said for every blessing that you have or anything that you now do, there was someone who died for you to be there.
That's a fact.
Someone died for me to have the opportunity to have this voice.
I'm not over here advocating to any type of race in particular, but look at damn, this is embarrassing. I actually just forgot his name. It was actually just on the shade room. Mm-hmm. This man was killed for whistling at a white woman. Emmett Till. Now here I am.
You can fuck a white bitch anytime you want.
They run up to me. If I looked at them about 200 years ago, or not even 200 years ago,
they would have Emmett Tilled your ass.
Yeah, maybe even worse.
Hashtag, hold on. I gotta do this one time. Emmett Till died for you to marry a white woman. Hashtag NFL.
Man.
Hashtag pro sports.
I'm all for the melanin.
You know that. I can't deal with nobody that don't have no consciousness of empathy.
I mean, Spanish is a little bit lighter, but the melanin's still there.
They lack empathy. They move with emotion a lot. I can't deal with that. It just takes the right emotion. I'm not that emotional. I can't.
Guess I'm just a glunt for punishment. Mama ain't learned.
I'm being humble. Okay. Now, took all the stuff that represented you in that space, which I thought was really cool. I think that's really a good point. Anything that has your energy in it, you should always take back. Anything that is your energy solely, you must take back, because energy is very, very, very rare.
That, and another standpoint I have, some people say like, oh, the money you spent, money replenishes, the time is lost, but there's still a lot that can be gained from this situation.
Talk ain't cheap.
Yeah, and it's like, the way I see it, it's like everything is a learning process. And it's like you take the good qualities that I had from this. I'm not going to sit there and just say, oh, fuck it, I'm out here wilding out. I mean, to a certain standpoint, I wouldn't be wrong for wilding out.
No, you wouldn't.
But there's certain characteristics that I've gained from this situation that I intend on keeping, because it's made me a better person.
That's real.
And that's the thing. Regardless of how bad the situation was, in certain degrees, and this is the reason why I say I can't. This is the reason why I say I can't say that I hate her. She's made me a better person. Shit ended in a really, probably one of the worst possible ways. Only other way it could have been worse is if somebody died. But the fact that I was able to gain from this situation a little bit of maturity, I guess, is in one way. I could say that much. And I could take those same qualities and do better and instill that into a woman and put that energy into the right, proper woman. And we mold each other into something beautiful. That's what I'm going to do.
Of course. You got to grow from this.
Yeah.
And you gonna make sure whatever time
My hairline won't, but
hashtag bald baddies. You know the vibes, man.
yeah, I got a couple years, but it's coming.
Man, I should clip, bro. I should clip. Nigga, I'm bald, man. Only thing I gotta do is lose some weight. After I lose weight, it's really clip for everybody. It really is. That's why I think I'm okay with my happy weight. This weight is an interesting. It's part of the process.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of things I gotta die from. You know what I mean? And I mean, a lot of things I gotta put to bed. Friendships that I thought were really friendships, but never really friendships.
Yeah.
And that's where I was going. I think that's my final question. Like, who did you go to vent? Because there's people that might go through something like this and they don't have anywhere to go speak with.
It's funny you say that. I've actually, you say who did I go to? I can't even.
Who do you go to cope?
I feel like this is an Academy Award speech because I can't even name everybody that's come out
Shaniqua,
and really. Yeah, sound like DMX, right? DMX challenge over here thanking people because I genuinely appreciate everyone that's like really. Everybody in this room, I really appreciate y'all for just even like reaching out to me. Mm-hmm. And there was a lot of other people that reached out, and it's like I didn't even think they was even really paying attention to what the fuck I was doing. Cause it's like, yeah, you got people on social media, but it's like I'm not the type of person that's just stuck on, yo, what's this person doing? I see your picture, I show love. I don't just know I didn't see your picture. I definitely double tap that shit every time I see it, but it's like the amount of people that's like actually like came out was like, yo, that's really, yeah, like they didn't have to do that. Motherfuckers gonna be like, yo, you heard what happened? Or just kept that shit amongst themselves or laughed about it or whatever. But nah, people really genuinely came out of nowhere like, yo, bro, send me your number. I got you on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Yo, send me your number. I want to chop it up with you. Make sure your mental's right. And from that standpoint, I really appreciate everybody. But the people I've been to the most, probably my boy Mike, Danny, or the KSO niggas. I love all y'all niggas for real shit. We was in a group chat and it's like that group chat is really different because we a bunch of assholes. But the fact that I put that out there and told them the scenario, and then another one of my boys actually came and told me he was in the same situation, but his actually carried on for a whole year. He was on the birth certificate. Shorty tried to put him on child support. They had to do a paternity test, and then the judge ruled, yo, that's not your kid. He went to court on some, how much do I got to pay for my child? Judge was like, that's not your kid. He said, okay, but how much do I got to pay? I'm going to repeat that. That's not your child. He's like, wait, what? Now, this little girl got his last name. He been taking care of her for a whole year, and that's not his kid. So it kind of eased my mind for my situation after hearing that somebody else, that it's not like, it's one thing to see, oh, somebody else went through it, but it's somebody else when it's somebody like you personally know. And it's like, I didn't even know he went through that shit. He kept it to himself until I told everybody. He's like, yo, now that you mentioned it, or you was open about it. And that's the type of vibe I want to give off to people. It's like, there's always an alternative. Like everyone's like, I would have beat her ass. I ain't beat her ass. You have a choice. You could just get the fuck up and walk away from it. And it's like, I took from his situation that it's like somebody always got it worse than what you have. And that put a positive battery in my back. It's just, I'm just straight positive with it.
There's a hashtag positive approach on negative actions.
Yeah.
On negative opportunities or positive approach to negative occurrences. That's it. Things happen. You could handle it either positively or negative. You choose to deal with the positive of it. You grow. Yeah. You use it. You focus on the negative. It stunts your
the consequences.
Hashtag charge it to the game.
Yeah.
I feel it. Is there anything else you'd like to add? Anything you'd like to, any lessons you've learned besides the ones that you mentioned? Anything else you'd like to share?
Just patience. And to be completely honest,
fuck them kids.
Oh, nah. Come on, man.
Yo, fuck them damn kids. You don't give a fuck about them niggas.
Come on, man.
That's between her. That's her issue.
Leave her and them babies alone, bro. I mean, Kanye West said it best. He said sometimes the prettiest people do the ugliest things. And that's the thing. I mean, people gonna judge her for the situation. And she even said it herself. She said, I'm gonna have to own up to that. I'm gonna have to walk around with that. And it's like, to a certain degree, I gotta respect the fact. I mean, the fact of the matter is my family was kind of like iffy about the situation to begin with. But the fact that you came to me and told me, I kind of have to have a certain type of respect for that. Even if it's late, the fact that you even told me, because you could have sat there, because I wasn't suspecting it. I would have just been like, "What, a baby look like you?" So maybe she got older.
Yeah.
And I could have been sitting there just taking care of this kid, not knowing. The fact that you told me, I have to have a certain type of respect for her for that.
Of course, but that don't change shit.
No.
Okay. All right, y'all.
That's not gonna change our relationship. But I just want to say this, like, on some real shit, I wish her the best in whatever endeavors and obstacles she has to go through. I hope she overcomes it, because everyone makes mistakes. That shit shouldn't affect the rest of your life. But I mean, in this case, I'm not gonna say her child is problematic, but that's something she's gonna have to deal with. Raising 2 kids, and it's an unfortunate case. Because I mean, I hate to see black kids that end up being potentially put in a scenario that could be just another statistic.
Yeah, because it's just things that it
weakens us as a people.
Yeah.
Regardless if that's my personal situation or not, I look at the grand scale, that's weakening us as a people.
No, I feel it. I do. Okay. If people want to follow you, get in tune with you, and all that, where can they go to do so?
You can follow me at...
Nigga, change your Instagram and Twitter.
I'm not gonna change my Instagram name.
Nobody can follow that, bro. It's almost as bad as Josh's
my Instagram
at name,
my
bro.
birthday in Roman numerals.
Bro, your niggas not Roman, bro. We black. Bro, niggas not Roman. Romans were like a mixed breed of people, bro. The Roman system wasn't all that great. They just they just did well in wartime, bro.
Yeah, but you can follow me on Instagram at ii.xv.mcmxcii. February 15, 92. In Roman numerals.
Okay, I could go to Google and put that in there.
Yeah, there you go. If you really want to know.
All right, hashtag.
The face behind the voice, if y'all don't know me already.
Man, y'all know the face, y'all know the name, man. Shout out to my bro. Thank you for coming. I really, and I hope
Appreciate
I hope this was liberating.
It's therapeutic.
Thank you. That's what people be telling me, bro. People be telling me that. I didn't even know. I be doing this shit like this is therapeutic for me too, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I really was feeling that.
It's an outlet.
Yeah.
It's an outlet.
Told you it's the world's greatest podcast for a reason.
That's a fact.
All right. Well, y'all know the face. Y'all know the name, man. Talk to me nice. Don't talk to me at all. Make sure y'all follow the brand. Support the brand. Shout out to my mom's store, Peace International Market, 3240 Richmond Terrace. Only black owned, woman owned deli on Staten Island. You know the fucking vibe. Stop playing. We don't play the same. We not the same. Don't play on this side because you will get your feelings hurt. You know the fucking vibes. Yeah, but no. Shout out to everybody who supports the podcast. Make sure y'all follow the brands. Be like Butter, Humble Fits, Peace International Market, Instagram, Facebook, Big. Shout out to the family. Everything we got going on, everything we touch is just gonna turn to gold. That's the goal, and make things better. So thank y'all. Y'all know the vibes, man. Y'all was tuned in and talk ain't cheap, and you know it's not that deep. It's a vibe.